Hello, everyone. I hope you're well. As you well know, tomorrow is going to be a protest in Parliament Square against illegal migration. I don't know how many people will turn up, but I'll be there. But if I can, I would like to actually make a speech. And I've written it out. I've written it out here. So if I can't do it, that's fine. But I'd love to actually just read out what I will be saying if I can say it. But if I can't, at least it's not done in vain. Okay. So obviously I start off by saying, like, thank you everybody for turning up. I know how much it might have cost you, your time, but to stand here and be there with us means the whole world, because this has to end. Enough is enough. So it starts like this. Here we go. Let's start with the race riots in Leicester. A small number of police, and I will point out the police, sat back and just watched as Hindus and Muslims went hell for leather. We don't need an inquiry into it. The answer is staring us straight in the face. This largely uncontrolled immigration has led to the problems taking place on our streets. Now, I live in Folkestone, and I started my YouTube channel 2.5 years ago after my mum said, as a social worker for Kent County Council, these guys are not under the age of 18. I've seen my town gradually go downhill rapidly. If I just take you through a few examples of what it's like to live in Folkestone. In January last year, for example, Napier Barracks, which currently houses a few hundred migrants, was set fire to. They set fire to it because they don't want to be housed in military barracks. A 4-star hotel, end game. 5 people were arrested at that fire at Napier Barracks. No one was charged. Take you another example. Haftum Atta Barak came over on a boat, lived in Pavilion Road, which is just round the corner from me, went to Ashford, raped a 19-year-old girl, convicted on 3 counts of rape, and was sentenced to 10 years. Even more recently, on the 16th of August, 2 Border Force officers were assaulted by someone coming off the boat. One has got life-changing injuries after he was bitten on his shoulder. The other one, a lady, suffered serious extensive bruising as he was being put onto a bus to go to Manson Airport to be processed. Now, the police and law enforcement are absolutely terrified, and I mean terrified, of causing offence. And that puts us all in a very, very dangerous situation. The solution, in my opinion, is drilling into certain groups in this country that they cannot and should not be behaving in this way. We are British, and we have a culture, and a British rule of law must be observed and adhered to if you want to live here. We don't need any more inquiries about the Manchester bombing, for example, or indeed the Rotherham grooming rape gangs. Right across the UK, the police have been far too afraid to tackle, and I mean largely, Southeastern Asian men. Again, males which have been found out to be raping young white girls. Let's take another example, Batley Grammar School, where a teacher dared to put up a picture of Mohammed and the school was descended on by a mob of Muslim, mainly male men who were out there for his blood. Death threats. He's now in hiding. So, if the police don't want to stoke racial hatred and racial tensions, then they're being played. And it's our duty to highlight and expose this. So if we can't have a rational discussion about this, what can we do other than stand here? Because believe you me, if this carries on, and it will carry on, we're over 32,000 this year alone, 29,000 last year, and only 8,000 the year before. I can only see it going one way, and it's not the road that we should be going down. Thank you for watching.